are sitting in the banks of the river Neris. So it's a really nice sunny evening and we're absolutely loving the weather here. So let us now discuss about what are all the important things that you need to bring when you're traveling to Lithuania for the first time. Since I've been getting a lot of DMs, a lot of messages from many people about, can you please give me a list of what are all the important stuffs that I must carry when I travel. I'm making this video for you guys. So the number one thing in my list is the academic document folder. So this folder should have all your mark sheets, your degree certificates, your apostille documents, the copy of your police clearance, like everything, basically all the originals. Make sure to carry all the originals, because once you come here to Lithuania, you will be asked to go to your university. I mean, your admission officer would email you. This is a standard process in the Faculty of Business and Economics, and this happened to me. So you should go to the faculty and then you need to like show them the original, so they would do some cross verification. Because when you apply, you will be applying with a photocopy. Although it is apostilled, the university still needs to do the verification. So for that, I would recommend you to bring all your academic documents. That is very important. Second thing is, while you are bringing your academic documents, make sure to take a couple of photocopies of your passport front and back page, because here the Xerox or photocopies are like so expensive. Xerox is actually the name, but yeah, photocopies are actually expensive. So in India, you could just print a page for, let's say, 5 rupees or something, but here it would cost you around 50 to 60 rupees for one single A4 sheet. So make sure you have like a couple of passport. Make sure you have a couple of passport front and back pages photocopies. Second thing, please do bring some photos of yours, because it might be useful in some place. For example, maybe in the bank, maybe in the university, where you are supposed to give some photos for verification or something. So please do carry a couple of photos. It doesn't matter about the specifications, but I just printed 4 to 5 extra copies of my visa photos, which I submitted for my visa. So I just bought the same thing and I kind of used that same photo everywhere. So I did that. The second thing in our list, this is the second important thing. So the first one is highly important, the second one is equally highly important, which is nothing but the European adapter. Because the gadgets that we use in India, especially the plug points, the sockets, those are built a bit different, but in Europe it's different. In Europe it's usually the 2 pins. So most of our electronic devices have like 3 pins. I'm not a very techie person, so I don't know how you call that, but you know what I mean, right? The thing which you connect in the sockets. So it doesn't fit in here. So I made sure that I took at least 2 European adapters, which is nothing but which is nothing but like a box sort of thing where you have different plug points. So if an electronic gadget has a different pin, the adapter can actually convert that and the adapter will fit into the European pin and it somehow works. So I'm not a techie person, guys, sorry about the stupid explanation, but yes, adapter it is. Just go to the electronic store and you will find the adapter to work for. So that's the second most important thing. Third most important thing is that you will not have a lot of power sockets in your apartments. So here you have very less plug power sockets, so you need an extension cord, like, you know, an extension cord with a lot of power sockets. So I bought one extension cord which had like 7 power sockets, so I kind of used that pretty much. So connection cords are really helpful For me, it was so beneficial. So that should be your number 3. So, and then comes food. So in Vilnius, because I live in Vilnius, we have some Indian shops where you can get some masalas, but I wouldn't recommend to get that there, because if you're coming from India, make sure to carry a lot of masalas from India because it's very low cost. Number 2, if you're out of any masalas, then I would recommend you to go to these Indian shops and then buy from them, because it's kind of expensive here. Let's say a pack of chili powder, maybe like Everest chili powder, the Kashmiri lal powder. I don't know how much it costs in India, but let's give it like 100 rupees or something. But here it costs about 350 rupees. So you see, because they had to transport it and all those things, so the transportation costs and etc., that could be a little bit of a problem. So I would recommend you to carry a lot of chili powder, maybe bring some garam masalas, maybe bring some what my mom did was she made her own sambar masala and rasam powder and all those things. So I made sure I bought all of her homemade masalas, which I still have it, by the way. I kind of love to cook with her masalas. So mostly students from Vilnius University will be coming during the September intake, which is again the winter starting period. So although you will have sun for a little bit of time, I wouldn't recommend or say it as it is gonna be warmer. It is definitely going to be like so cold after that. We will end up going into the minus degree. so it's gonna be a bit crazy. So I would say bring 2 to 3 sweatshirts. I bought 3 sweatshirts and it has been super beneficial for me. You can actually buy the sweaters here. I personally feel that the quality of the sweaters that we buy here are more adaptable to this particular climate, because in India they manufacture it according to the weather there, but the sweaters and jackets here are way better because they are manufactured according to the climatic condition in this particular area. So I would highly recommend to do that. But for the first timers, just get one jacket, which is going to be like a more like let's say waterproof, and also it gives you like a bit of nice warm feeling. So make sure it is nice and thick. The what do you call this, the width is good enough. It protects you, it covers your chest, it covers your ears, and make sure you have this hood for your head, because sometimes it gets so cold in here. So those are the times where you are mandatorily you are required to cover your ears, because I don't know about you guys, but my ears sort of gets very reddish in color, and it starts to pain when the weather is worse. So it's better to have that hoodie, so you can cover that, and then you can just put a knot here, so only this part of your face would be visible. Oh yeah, and this is for all the South Indians out there who are in love with the Narusu's coffee or Nescafe coffee or some coffee. Maybe it would be better for you to bring 1 or 2 packets of your own coffee, powder, instant coffee or whatever. Just bring it, because it might be a little bit different here, the coffee taste. So that is the reason I'm saying. If you are a freak for filter coffee, then you can bring the apparatus for filter. This is a tip for all the South Indians out there, or probably all the Indians or other nationalities who are into making idli. So maybe Malayalis can make puttu, all those things. So it is not very common for us to find the vessels to make all these food items. So idli maker, puttu maker, all those things, that muruk, ach, whatever, all those things are better if you bring it from India, because you cannot find those things here. because these guys don't use those things. Okay, the next important thing in our list is pressure cooker. Indian pressure cooker with that whistle, with that whistle. So that is something very, very, very important, because the cooker here, there are a couple of shops here that sells cooker, but it's not like our Indian cooker. It's a bit different. I have no clue how to use that, but I make sure that I bring all these things from India, because the best brands are Hawkins and Pigeon, Butterfly. I have no clue, but my mom gave me Hawkins and Prestige. Yeah, Prestige is also a very nice brand, so I brought Prestige and Hawkins cooker. So for myself just cooking, then I bought like a 1.5 liter cooker where I can make some rice or some dal or etc. Then I also have like a 5 liter cooker if I want to cook something for my friends, like making biryanis or probably making some curries which requires a big vessel, then I use that. So please make sure that you bring the pressure cooker from India, and also bring some caskets. It's called a gasket or a casket, I have no clue, but it's called a gasket, I think. Cooker in India could cost you, like, let's say a 3 liter or 2 liter cooker would cost you around 2.5 2,500 rupees, or probably even more. I'm just giving you an approximate, but a 4 liter or 5 liter cooker in India could cost you max to max like 4,000 to 5,000, but here it could cost you a minimum of 10,000, 8,000. So it's pretty expensive here. Oh, this is something nice you guys have to see. There are some hot air balloons flying up there in the air. One important thing for you guys to note is that Vilnius is the only capital in all over Europe which allows the hot air balloon rides to fly. So it's kind of popular, and I'm planning to go on the hot air balloon soon sometime. Next thing in our list is probably for you guys. It could be more for the girl audience there, but also you guys can be categorized in this. So if you have a specific brand of medication that you use, or it could be even like a face cream or something which is medicated and which is very rarely available, please do bring that, because I'm not really sure if you would get all the brands that you get in India here. So it's always recommended to bring your the prescribed medicines and all those things. Please do carry them, because you can find the similar composition of chemicals and similar ingredients, but I'm not really sure if you want that particular brand, then you're not gonna get it here. So that's the next thing. Next would be some basic medicines like paracetamol, ibuprofen, Vicks, Amrutanjan, probably Boro Plus, or whatever you guys use it. Please make a medic box, like take a first aid box or medical box, whatever you call that. Just put like the basic thing, because you can get ibuprofen, paracetamols here too, but this is just when you're traveling for the first time. Let's say for the first 1 week you have no SIM card, you don't know where to get, what to get. So having a self-medication kit would be always useful. So depending on your flight ticket and depending on the number of baggages, the allowances, please make sure you carry all these things. These could be important.